Hello everyone, it is my pleasure that you have decided to join me for the SAT Reading Masterclass for 2021, which is the best and most comprehensive guide for your self-study so that you can score that dream score of 700, 750, or whatever your aspirations are on the SAT verbal portion, because as we all know, it is not that difficult to get to 800 on math. You just need to practice. But the SAT reading is a totally different ball game. You need to really master the most important strategies. You need to fully understand the mentality behind the exam, which is something that over 95% of students, if not more, do not understand. So they approach the SAT reading sort of in a chaotic, haphazard manner. And this class will allow you to really have a scientific, logical approach, because you will grasp all the important strategies, you will understand the exam, and you can reach your dream score, which of course will be your ticket to your dream top 10 or top 20 university, or whatever your goal is. So let me introduce myself. My name is Sonia Petkova. I am completely self-taught. I earned a full scholarship into Stanford University, after which I did my master's and PhD at Columbia University, and meanwhile I did a semester at Oxford University. For the past 5 years, I have been teaching many students, especially international students, also American students. I have been an educational consultant. Most of my students have gotten into top Ivy League universities. And these are some of the things that they have to say about my teaching method, which, by the way, is one of the most original. I have created it myself. It is based on my understanding of literature. After having read hundreds of thousands of books, I usually teach at the most 3 months. In 3 months, I prepare my students. Some of my students have gotten a top 1500 score in a matter of 1 month. Usually my students increase their score, their verbal score, at least 100 points in 3 or 4 meetings. Anyways, this is some of the things that my students have to say about their work with me. Sonia has helped me realize my dream into getting into my Ivy League dream school. Her pure heart, interesting, unique personality, and thoughtful perfectionist approach is what makes her so successful in helping other students all around the world to reach their goals and use their potential to the fullest. She has taught me how putting my thoughts on paper in a structured, creative way have a mind-blowing effect on the reader. I'm beyond grateful for all the advice she has given me, and would recommend her to anyone who ever wants to improve their writing skills, master the standardized testing scores, write an outstanding college essay, or simply get priceless advice from a real specialist. Sonia doesn't only teach and show the way, but she inspires in ways I didn't know existed. This is my student Kate, who got into UPenn, and now is a freshman at the University of Pennsylvania studying economics. Sonia is an amazing person who made my way to UC Berkeley. She was the person to help me with editing the essay, preparing for the SAT and TOEFL. I wouldn't get in one of the best computer science universities without Sonia's help. By the way, Berkeley is a number 2 school in computer science. I believe she's the best writer in this world, because the way she expresses her emotions on a piece of paper is enchanting. I honestly wish her luck in all her endeavors. 6 out of 5. This is my student Daniel, who got into UC Berkeley for computer science. Sonia is an extraordinary person with a heart full. By the way, all these students are still in touch with me. They contact me for advice and so on. So I love to work with my students even after they have gotten into college. I'm a student from Russia roughly a year and a half ago, I decided that I should continue my education in the United States and study at one of the American universities. My dream was to get into one of the Ivy League schools. Obviously, as a part of my application process, I had to take SAT general test. I've done some self-preparation and scored 1450, 700 for language, 750 for maths, and 5 to 6 for an essay on my first sitting. As it wasn't quite enough for my target universities, I decided to find someone who would be able to help me improve my language score. That's when I started working with Sonia. She thoroughly explained all the necessary concepts, showed me how to do tasks efficiently and where to pay extra attention. We also practiced a lot with essays. Sonia explained to me how to properly structure the piece. Just after 3 months of preparation, I was able to score 1590 on my second sittings and 666 for the essay. Recently, I've been admitted to Columbia University class of 2023. I believe that Sonia's expertise, commitment, and personal approach played a crucial role in my preparation, allowing me to score very high on SAT and to eventually get accepted into my dream school. And I can recommend her to anyone who wants to improve their skills of reading and writing in English. This is my student Dmitry Zakharov, who got accepted into Columbia University again for computer science, and then many other stories like this. By the way, it's a funny story with Dmitry because so what you can expect is not only the best strategies, but we will also do a section on psychology, on your preparation, psychological preparation for the exam, so that you can overcome any anxiety or sense of pressure that you may feel. Because, for example, the student Dmitry, before the actual exam, as you can see, he's a very strong student, but he had very self-defeating thoughts right before the exam. He was telling me, oh, I would score really badly, nothing will happen, I would not be able to get admitted anywhere, I will have to stay in Russia, I will never be able to go to the America. And I had a conversation with him the way I have with a lot of my students, discussing things like the fear of failure, the anxiety, and how the student can overcome them. And this will be included in this course as a bonus. And what do you know? The next day he took the exam and he scored 1590. So it was an almost perfect score. He only had one single mistake on the whole exam. So if you want to learn on your own, if you want to learn fast, efficiently, if you want to get the best possible course out there, an online course, plus the opportunity to email me, I always respond to students, please sign up, and I'm excited to see you in there, okay? Good luck with your endeavors, and I wish you the best of success with your college applications.